I made $16,544.41 from just these 3 faceless YouTube videos in less than 3 months, and I'm going to show you exactly how. I'm going to list off everything I do and how you can apply it to your channel. The first thing I do is maximize ad placements on every single one of my videos. So for each minute of my video, let's say I'm posting a 15-minute video, I will be placing 15 ads. The reason I do this is because this maximizes the amount of ads that can be shown to a viewer. Now you might be thinking, well, if I'm putting 15 ads on my video, aren't viewers going to see 15 ads when they watch it? And the answer is no, because of something called ad tolerance. What ad tolerance is on YouTube is every single time a user makes a new channel or account, they are going to feed this person a certain amount of ads, and they were going to analyze when does this person click off when we show them an ad at a certain point in a video. Whether that's the beginning of the video, a certain point in the middle, are they engaging with these type of advertisements? And over time, they're going to continue to collect data and then eventually set an ad tolerance for the user. The reason they do this is because YouTube wants to maximize what's called session time, and if they're constantly feeding ads to people and they're just clicking off the video once they do so, then that's bad for business. So if YouTube determines that when a user watches a 15-minute video and they can see 2 ads and continue watching it, but they see a third one and decide to click off, they're going to take that into consideration when determining the user's ad tolerance. So by me just placing an ad every single minute of my video, all I'm doing is maximizing the ads that viewers can see and not just bombarding them with ads every single minute and disrupting the flow of the video. On top of that, if you guys are already monetized or you're just about to be monetized, you need to change this setting in YouTube Studio right now. Click on settings in the bottom left corner in YouTube Studio, then click add categories, and then you should see alcohol and gambling blocked by default if you just got monetized. What I like to do is just disable both of these. This is going to increase your RPM because you're opening up hundreds of thousands of new ads that could be displayed on your videos. Therefore, you're making more money. Number 2, I make my videos 14 to 15 minutes plus every single time I upload. At the end of the day, YouTube is a business and they want to prioritize more ads on their platform. And the only way they're going to be able to show more ads on videos is if people are posting longer content. This is especially true since around 2023 to 2024, YouTube is predominantly watched on not smartphones, not tablets, not computers, but actually TV. So because most viewers on YouTube are now watching it on their TV and not their phone, they want to prioritize people binging. And of course, the way you binge is by watching long content, the same way you would for a Netflix show or something like that. Although you do want to do this the right way, you don't want to unnecessarily stretch the length of your video in order to put more ads or to reach that 15-minute mark. So be sure to add new information and details throughout your video to keep it fresh and engaging throughout the entire time. Otherwise, I'd just say you're better off posting a good 10-minute video with less ads than a garbage video filled with redundant, repetitive information in order to reach that 15-minute mark. So just pull this off correctly. Also, maybe I should mention this. I don't really know if it's a coincidence or not, but every single one of these videos, the 3 you just saw, they're all over 16 minutes long. And it just seems to me throughout all the videos on my channel that YouTube does seem to push videos that are exactly over 15 minutes. So anything 16 minutes plus seems to work for me. I don't know if it will for other channels. I just thought I'd throw that out there. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but better safe than sorry to let you guys know. Number 3, I prioritize niches that have an older age audience, that being 65 plus. Now, all 3 videos that you just saw are simple entertainment videos, but it still has an average RPM for each video of $9. This is a high RPM for an entertainment niche. Most channels will never get this, despite even having 30 or 40-minute videos. Most people are still stuck at the stagnant $4 to $5 RPM. But because my target audience is 65 plus, meaning older people or retired people, they're going to have much more disposable income compared to, a 13-year-old seeing an advertisement or a 25-year-old. So because of that fact, advertisers are giving Google/YouTube a premium when it comes to reaching this target audience, a premium in which I benefit for, because if you guys don't know what RPM is, it's essentially just the cut of ad revenue I receive from Google. I get 45%, Google/YouTube gets 55%. So the more they're paying per 1,000 views, the higher my RPM is. You don't need to be in the finance niche or crypto niche or stock niche or whatever to be able to have a high RPM. That's a myth. Okay, you can do it correctly with a simple entertainment or celebrity niche, whatever. If your audience is much older and you're prioritizing more ads on your videos, you're going to have a much higher RPM. There are a bunch of easy faceless niches that you could do right now that have this exact same target audience, people that are over the age of 65. I'll throw up a couple examples on screen. If you guys want to see a full list of high RPM niches just like this, plus the ability to see what dozens of other faceless channels actually make, check out Outlier Pro in the description. We have an RPM database feature, which literally shows you YouTube Studio screenshots of what certain faceless channels make, instead of inaccurate estimates you could see on Google. Plus, you don't have to go manually searching for any of these niches. They're all just available in a list right there. Anyway, I'll talk about that more later. Number 4, and this is very important, and I don't see any other YouTube coaches or gurus talking about this kind of stuff, making sure your video has a replayability factor. Now, what a replayability factor is this video rewatchable? Is it good and significant enough for a viewer who's already seen it before to come back and watch it again? If you pull this off correctly, you're essentially getting double the ad revenue for every single viewer, because as they watch through it again, they're going to see the same set amount of ads, which you still get paid for. But if your video is okay, and there's no real reason to come back and watch it again in time, then you're missing out on a lot of potential revenue. That's why, like I said before, make sure the majority of your video from start to finish is engaging and fresh every single minute and not repetitive, because then those factors are going to draw that same viewer back to watch your video again in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months, whatever, right? Also, another plus is if you guys are in a channel that's in an evergreen niche, meaning it's not time sensitive, people could watch it for months on end and still be entertained. It's not, trending. It's not like it's not like news or anything like that. These 3 videos are still going to be viewed more in time as months progress, years even. That's why I don't really do trending niches. I'm not saying trending niches don't work, but I do like that factor of semi-passive income coming in with not only this channel, but all the other channels I own as well. Number 5, avoiding niches and controversial topics that may not be suitable for most advertisers. Now, if you guys aren't monetized already, there's a process you do when uploading every single video on a monetized channel where you essentially rate how suitable your video is for advertisement. They're going to ask you a set of questions regarding certain sensitive topics, and if your video contains them, you're supposed to explicitly state, yes, my video has this, this, and this. And then when you do that, it's going to automatically determine whether your video is suitable for ads. If it isn't, you can request a review, but in my opinion, you should not ever have to be able to run into this issue whatsoever. If you're in a niche where you even have to consider selecting any of these things that you see, then I would say it's time to, reconsider. Stay away from things like politics, war, sensitive, controversial societal issues. I don't really know. There aren't a lot of faceless niches for those kinds of things, but either way, just be careful. That could also mean avoiding certain offensive language or using certain words within your script. I've talked in previous videos before about writing the correct script prompts to give AI, and one of those things should be blocking certain words that could get your video demonetized or that could potentially lower your RPM/CPM. So just stay family friendly overall. Now, with these 5 reasons, there's a couple things I want to point out and preface that you might be thinking or thought about one point throughout watching this video. It's very common to see other people online when talking about making money on YouTube that you have to have sponsorships or you have to be selling an affiliate product. But the problem is, a lot of niches like that, especially with faceless YouTube, they don't really work like that. It's not like Instagram where you could just do a quick story promo here and there for a couple $100 or whatever. With faceless channels, it's very hard to secure sponsorships because of the fact that a company is going to put their money into a figure or a person or a brand that is trusted, that is recognized, that people feel like they have a relationship with. That's the reason when you're watching a video from a faceless channel, a lot of the times they're not going to be getting sponsorships whatsoever, because you don't really have a trusted audience. People really aren't going out of their way to go find your video because they're a big fan of your channel. That's just not the way it works most of the time. I'm only saying this because, yes, it is possible to make $10, $15, $20, even $30,000 a month from just ad revenue. From just ad revenue. All the screenshots you just saw, that's nothing. I don't do, not even super thanks, which if you don't know what super thanks are, they're like the donations that you can give to people and it'll appear in the comments. Like none of that. This is all just ad revenue. You can make 10K a month from YouTube from just ad revenue. A lot of people will tell you otherwise. It's not true. Sometimes stuff like that could work if you're in the car niche. This is an actual example. You'll see this if you guys are in the car niche or you know of the faceless car niche on YouTube. But a lot of people will like to sell these digital PDFs or these digital products regarding cars or how to repair them, tips, etc. That works for some niches, right? Overall, you don't have to worry about having to sell something outside of YouTube to be able to make this kind of money. I'm just saying this and showing you guys this because it is possible. In total, the revenue generated from just these 3 videos is almost 40% of the median yearly salary for people living inside of the United States. If that isn't insane, I don't know what is. I'm not saying that to flex. I'm not saying that to, shun anyone who has a median yearly salary. I'm only saying that to give you guys a perspective of what is possible with YouTube and Faceless YouTube in 2026. There's so many people who say, oh, this business model doesn't work. It's saturated. You're going to get demonetized. No, from just 3 videos in only 3 months, I made $16,544. Some people will work 4, 5, 6 months to earn that. If you guys aren't ready to pull the trigger, I don't know what else to tell you. If you've been pondering starting a Faceless channel, or you're starting one and you're struggling with motivation, just take my advice and keep going, because this can be your reality with time. This whole thing is insane, but that's just how the landscape of making money online is. It's just insane. It sounds crazy for me to even be able to say this. Now, if you guys are a complete beginner or you have some experience with Faceless YouTube channels, I created Outlier Pro just for you. As I mentioned before, when you join, you're going to be able to get access to things like the RPM database, where you can literally see what certain Faceless channels make from verified YouTube Studio screenshots. As you can see, if I wanted to get into the Hollywood Mansions niche, I would just click here, and I could see that the RPM is $10.22 on average. Speaking of niches, you also get access to a list of 100 plus Faceless longform and shorts niches dominating YouTube right now, plus underrated niches you've probably never heard of. 3 new niches are added every week, plus these are all monetizable and safe to do. Each niche also comes with 3 pre-listed competitors and specific stats, so you can start your channel as quick as possible. You also get to use other features like the video workflow. What you'll do is you'll insert your video title's topic and fill out all the details. What Outlier Pro will do is give you a full research plan and outline of your script. If you don't like it, you can make some revisions, but if you want to approve, it'll continue and write the script. Then all you do is select your voice, and boom, you have a fully finished video ready for editing. Whether you're recreating from a competitor's video or you're writing a new script from scratch, Outlier Pro gives you 8 different channel style prompts, so just select the one that fits your channel best, and there's no need to create one yourself if you don't want to. These are the same script prompts I use for my channels to reach average view durations of 7 to 8 minutes plus, so you don't have to worry about script quality there. You also get a full AI coach to give you feedback on your channel and content direction. If you want to find a niche or have it audit your channel or give you video ideas, you come right to Omen and it'll answer right away. I literally trained Omen to be almost like an AI reincarnation of myself. So if you were to ask Omen a question, the answer it would give you is the same answer I would give you. If you want to read every single piece of information you would have to know to succeed with a Faceless YouTube channel, just come to the knowledge graph. You can read anything: saturation levels, algorithm changes, etc. You could also track up to 25 competitors depending on your plan. Literally everything you need is here. If you guys are interested, click the first link in the description and it will take you to Outlier Pro. If you guys want to see every single feature in action before you join, there's a demo listed at the bottom of the landing page where I go in depth on every single feature for over 10 minutes. And if you're a complete beginner, if you sign up with something like the Automation Plus plan, you're actually saving hundreds of dollars compared to you just going out and getting a Claude subscription and an 11 Labs subscription, which combined would cost over $125 a month. But with Outlier Pro, you can save almost 50%, all while getting 20 scripts a month, plus an 11 Labs V3 voiceover to narrate your script. So if you're ready to start, check it out. Plus join the free WAP in the description below as well. It's completely free. I'm not selling you a course. You don't need to buy into it. If you want to join, just communicate, get updates on Outlier Pro, feel free. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you next time.